So, will the black African American or the transgender person with the bad mental illness please come to the podium? You are suspected of doing something you didn't fucking do. Ain't that a bitch? See, all that shit Charlie Kirk was talking. African Americans this, African Americans that. The violence is up, this, and this. All to get unalive by your own fucking kind. Enjoy. Your own race put you down into the ground, and there hasn't even been a motivator to explain why. I don't give a shit. Because the conservative white Christians are my biggest issue right now. Because y'all literally went out of your way to try to make sure to hide or do everything you could to hope that the shooter wasn't a fucking white boy. Y'all did this with Luigi Mangione. Now y'all got to do this here with Tyler Robinson. This 22-year-old white boy raised by two Christian conservative parents decided to unalive Charlie Kirk. There hasn't been a bit of motive yet. Motive hasn't been revealed, hasn't even been talked about, hasn't even been addressed. But what we do know and what we have seen is that this white boy unalived Charlie Kirk from 200, was it 20 yards, 200 yards away, straight clean shot to the throat, which is crazy. Well, not the throat, but the neck in general. Diabolical. Now, do I feel bad for his children? Yes. Do I feel bad about the situation as a whole? Honestly, no. And the only reason why I don't is because the bull got unalive by his own kind. Your own race, your own perfect, violent, less stable selves. Because this situation strictly proves one thing and one thing only. Violence of race on race is the most common violent crimes, as in black people to black people, white people to white people, Asian people to Asian people. Why? Because same race crime is common because you're more times more than likely going to be around people of your own race. How's that for food for thought? But you never want to talk about that part. You never wanted to talk about that. And, the white people were like, oh, we don't know it was him. I was like, oh, it was pretty clear it's him. His fucking dad turned him in. His dad is a state trooper. His dad turned him in because he told his father that he did it. So there's that food for thought. And the funniest part about it is I haven't seen white conservatives say anything. Haven't seen conservative Christians say anything. Because that means they would have to hold their own accountable. They don't want to do that shit. They wanted it to be a black person or a transsexual individual so badly that they were ripping their skin off. They were looking for anyone. They were really digging and digging and digging until they could find the possible person. And when they landed on who it was, they had no choice but to release him. It bothered the hell out of them. Oh yeah, it bothered the hell out of them. But talking shit about African Americans, and you know what I'm saying, I don't get it because black women will raise a thug, and black women are being constantly told they're raising thugs and animals and all this other stuff, but white women are raising mass shooters, school shooters. I don't think there's been a black school shooter yet. Don't quote me on that, but all the big school shootings in the past decade have been white boys. Hell, didn't we have a white woman do one recently? Because that's how fucked up society's gotten. And I knew we weren't that far off from our first female mass shooter. I just didn't think when. But I think we had a female mass shooter, 2 years ago? That blew my fucking mind. So not only is the first female mass shooter a woman, but most mass shooters towards schools are fucking white boys. Columbine was a bunch of white boys. It wasn't brothers. The only mass shooter I could think of where it was predominantly a black dude was like the DC sniper. That was 20 years ago. So, I mean, black people may shoot the hood up, but white people shoot schools up. Uh, yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's real crazy. So I do think that this whole thing is kind of I'm hoping a loop around for people to see, you know what? Maybe it's a problem that everybody should deal with and not just towards one demographic. But unfortunately, the media is a bitch. And whosoever controls the media controls the mind. So, you know, they're going to make this a very big deal. And they're going to try to get into the heads of anyone they can to try to amp them up and charge them up and turn them into fucking psychopaths. And people are going to start fighting each other. People are going to start fighting each other. And you don't want that, right? But unfortunately, that's kind of what's going to end up happening. I feel bad for the. I don't think the mom and dad really thought their son was capable of that, but y'all had him playing with guns when he was 10. Y'all gave that little boy a gun, young, and he went and exercised some of that gun training that his dad gave him by opening the neck of a commentator who didn't really have any power. He may have had some influence, but he had no political power. But it just goes to show that the conservatives are the ones being shot at. You know what I mean? Donald Trump had 2 attempts on him last year, and now Charlie Kirk had 1 attempt and 1 success at the same time. So it's, unfortunate in the regard of a perfect, kind, loving white Christian boy walked up to a college campus with a fucking rifle and opened somebody's neck up. And they can't blame the niggas. But unfortunately, HBCUs have been under attack, and we know of a young man who was hung at Delta State University in Mississippi in regards to the Charlie Kirk thing. So, yeah, I said that's the Charlie Kirk's assassination had a bigger picture just painted right on it and where we were headed as a society. So, with that being said, the white boy did it. The fucking white boy did it. And he had shit to do with us. And y'all need to leave us the fuck alone. But unfortunately, that's not happening. So, black people, it's time to get vigilant. It's time to get goofy because they want to get goofy first. We got to get goofy as well. So, with that being said, comment down below and leave me some dialogue. Like and subscribe. See y'all in the next one.